Hello guys, my name is Patrick, and welcome to Ask Me Anything, which is a weekly series here on my channel, where anyone can send in via the comment section or private message their questions, and I'll try my best to go and answer them. So, today's episode's pretty cool. We got some questions about real life, we got some questions about me, we got some questions about upcoming games. It should be a good episode, but first I wanted to talk about some things such as daylight savings time. So, happy holidays, shopping hell, now that Halloween's over, and hello daylight savings time. So usually this daylight savings time is when we fall back and we set our clocks back an hour. So I hope you guys enjoyed your first hour extra of sleep on Sunday. But it's weird because usually I like this time change. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I used to love this time change so much because I always had an early bedtime when I was a kid, and so it'd feel like 8 o'clock my body time, because that was usually my bedtime when I was a kid. It'd feel 8 o'clock my body time, but it was only 7 o'clock, so it was like, wow, cool, I can stay up a whole extra hour. And so yeah, it was always cool as a kid. But for whatever reason, like, I'm older now and my bedtime's like later. I still have a bedtime, which is sort of sad, but it's later now, and so it's not really as cool to me anymore. Like, this time I don't really enjoy as much anymore as the other daylight savings time where we set it for an hour. Because for whatever reason I sort of like it when we set it for an hour. I don't know why. I just sort of I feel like you're more constrained with time, and so when I get stuff done in a time limit, I just feel more empowered, I guess you can say. Plus, I'm a morning person, so I don't mind getting up early. And so yeah, that's daylight savings time. I hope you guys are enjoying this daylight savings time. I just want to quickly let you know that I'm not enjoying this daylight savings time, so I can't wait till the next daylight savings time where we set the clocks forward an hour instead of back. So yeah, that's pretty much it for daylight savings time. Black Ops 3, 2 days away. I'm so hype. Zombies is gonna be so much fun. Obviously, multiplayer is gonna be really cool, and campaign looks pretty cool, even though we don't know much about it. So hyped for Black Ops 3. It's so cool, so cool. It's coming out in 2 days, guys. That's like, technically right now when I'm recording, it's 2 days and 5 hours. By the time I get this uploaded, it's gonna be 2 days or less. So yeah, Black Ops 3 hype. I am so excited. So yeah, anyway, let's get to some questions. So first we have Minecraft Mini-Me, and he asked, how do you get good grades and still have time to do YouTube? And so the biggest thing I can say, like, how I still get the time to do good grades, because in the last video I told you, actually maybe it wasn't the last one, I think it was the time before the last one, I told you what my grades were. I have straight A's, and the way I balance time to make videos and still like maintain my grade average, it's all about time management. It's all about just thinking ahead, planning ahead, just knowing, okay, I have a big test this week and I'm gonna need to study on Thursday because the test's on Friday, and so I'm gonna make this video, instead of making and editing it on Thursday, I'm gonna edit it on Tuesday, or I'm gonna edit it on Wednesday, or something like that. Just so you plan ahead, think ahead, know that, okay, I don't have that much homework this day, and so I'm gonna be doing like editing this video this day, and just there's a lot of planning ahead. In fact, some of my classes, such as geometry, they actually tell us all our homework ahead of time, and so that we can kind of like plan ahead, and so I know, okay, I don't have a long homework assignment this week, and so I'll just do this video this week. I'll edit it because I already have the clips, and so I can study for this day. So it's all about thinking ahead. In fact, this series I always do on Tuesdays because it's the most convenient day for me, because a lot of times I have tests on Thursdays and Fridays, so I can't do it Wednesday night because I need to study. I can't do it Thursday night because sometimes I need to study, and so those days don't work for me. Weekends I don't do because, as I said in the last video, I can't play video games on school days, so weekends are the days where I actually get the gameplay to edit them on the weekdays. And Mondays usually aren't good because I have scout meetings then, so Tuesday I think would be the best day for the series, which is what I usually do, which is why I post this series on Tuesdays. So that's what I do to manage like good grades and still have time to do YouTube. I just do time management and I work ahead. So next we have West Press, and he asked, how do I get better at baseball? So he must have just assumed I like baseball, because I don't think I've said it on my channel before. Yeah, so baseball is a really fun sport, and I said last video that I played tennis, but I just sort of recently started playing tennis, like from 7th grade to like now. I've been playing tennis, and so actually I guess that's not that recently, it's been quite a few years, but yeah, so like tennis is a really fun sport, but throughout my like childhood life I played baseball, Little League. It was a lot of fun. So I started on Caps League, which, if you guys don't know what Caps League is, it's like the second like lowest league. Like, there's T-ball and then there's Caps. Caps is pretty much actual baseball, except they don't have a pitcher. They use a pitching machine, and the pitching machine goes like really slow, and you don't hit off a tee. And so yeah, so T-ball is pretty much you hit off a tee. Caps is pretty much just you it just hit off a pitching machine, not an actual pitcher. Sometimes the coaches pitch, but it depends on what day. Yeah, so I started out in Caps League, and that I had a lot of fun during Caps League. There was just so much fun Caps League. And then I went to Minors, and Minors was, at least at my age, it was like sort of the big leagues for us, where like there are actual pitchers and stuff. And my dream is always to be a pitcher, and because I really like pitching. Like pitching is cool because like pitching is usually like the coolest position on the field. Like people rely on you the most, and so I want to be a pitcher. But I also really like positions like catcher and third base. Those are my two like best positions, and so I played those a lot. And I remember like my third year in minors, I finally got to pitch. They thought I was good enough, and so I remember I was pitching like for the championship game. And it was just so much fun. We actually ended up winning that championship game. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. Pitching is like probably one of my favorite positions. I think catcher is my favorite position. Third base, second favorite position, just because you have to be agile and stuff. But yeah, anyway, to get to his question, how do I get better at baseball? So it's all about training your awareness skills and reflexes. So yeah, getting hits is really important, but if you get a hit and then don't get to home, then it's sort of useless. Like your hit doesn't really mean jack squat. And so you want to be able to have like just like awareness skills and be like able to be a good base runner, because yeah, it's important to know how to get like to be a good hitter, but if you like get walked, then that's even more important, like to know how to get to like home plate pretty much. Hand-eye coordination is important for hitting, and so like you want to train that, which video games are actually a pretty good way to train hand-eye coordination, but like I'll get to that later. But yeah, so awareness skills and reflexes, because so when you're on like bases, like first base, second base, third base, you always have to be aware. You have to know how many outs there are. You gotta know what the count is. You gotta know what to do when the ball is hit. You gotta know if it's a grounder, should you go? Should you wait? If it's a fly ball, should you go? Should you wait? If it's a fly ball in right field, should you do something different than if it's in left field? For example, if you're standing on first base and like there's 2 outs and it's a full count, you always want to steal every time. If it's 2 outs, you're on first base, you always want to steal every time if it's a full count, because if the pitcher throws a ball, he's going to be walked anyway, so you'd be advanced to second anyway. If it's a strike, he's striked out and the inning's over. So you gotta just always have situational awareness and reflexes. So from the crack of the bat, you know whether it's going up or not. If it's going up, you probably will just like go halfway from first base to second base, wait for him to catch it, and then tag up, or if he doesn't catch it, just keep going, and look at the base coaches, see what they tell you to do. But a lot of the time, the base coaches aren't right. Like, I'm not saying base coaches aren't right all the time, but sometimes the base coaches aren't really aware what's like going on, so you want to be like aware of your own like surroundings, and so you know what to do, and so that's really what you need to train. And actually playing Call of Duty is a pretty good way to train your reflexes and situational awareness skills. And like I don't mean like sit around all day and just play COD to get better. Like obviously like keep playing baseball, keep playing games and stuff, and get better at your situational awareness, but playing Call of Duty on your free time isn't a bad thing to do, because that'll actually help you train for that. So yeah, baseball is a really fun sport. I hope you get better at it. And yeah, next question. Penhead Larry 405 asks, what's your shoe size? So my shoe size right now is a 9.5 men's, and that's a US size. I don't know what it is for like other countries and stuff, but 9.5 men's. They're actually getting sort of small. I might move up to a 10, maybe even a 10.5. But yeah, I've pretty large feet. Like I'm looking at it right now. I'm wearing socks. I have pretty large feet, and it's weird because considering like I'm average height, like I'm not short. In fact, I might actually be a little bit above average height, but like I just have really large feet. It's sort of weird. But yeah, next question, we have Donated Saucer 06, who asked, what style do you wear, and which game do you think will be better, Halo 5 or Fallout 4? And so what style do I wear? So I'm pretty sure that means like what I usually wear like to school, or what I usually just wear normally. Right now I'm wearing jeans and a solid color shirt, which is what I usually wear to school like every day. So I wear like jeans, and some kind of solid color shirt. It varies the colors, but I mean like orange is my favorite color. I have a bunch of blue shirts. I like blue, but orange is my favorite color. And so yeah, I just wear literally a solid color short sleeve shirt, jeans, and that's pretty much my style. I'll wear different stuff occasionally, but usually that's just what I wear, just on a regular day. So his next question is, which game will be better, Halo 5 or Fallout 4? And so Honestly, Halo 5 is already out, but from what I've been seeing, I think Fallout 4 will be a bit better. So Halo does look fun, like don't get me wrong, from the stuff I've been seeing, the multiplayer looks pretty good, and people have been saying if you like Call of Duty, you'll like Halo 5 multiplayer, which actually that could be a good thing or a bad thing. But people have also been saying that the campaign story is a bit confusing. Like the campaign's good overall, but people have been saying the story is just a bit confusing, which if there's anything wrong, like if like reviews and stuff I've been hearing from friends, if any of it was like, okay, the multiplayer's not that great, but the campaign's really good, or now I'm hearing the campaign's just like okay and the multiplayer's great, I'd rather hear that the campaign's great in Halo, because Halo campaigns are what I like started playing. It's actually like the first campaign I've ever played of a game, and just I love Halo campaigns. Halo campaigns are what I really love, and so like I played Halo Reach and the multiplayer, and that was like fun, but I didn't really feel drawn to like multiplayer in Halo. Like I don't know, Halo multiplayer is just okay for me. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but I really like the campaign. So hearing that the story is kind of confusing kind of discourages me from it. But Fallout 4, like I've heard that like there's a lot of creation in it. I've heard that like you have like a big like open world to explore, and yeah, I just think Fallout 4 is overall going to be a better game. But like I don't know yet. My opinion could change. It could like turn out that Fallout 4 is really not that great. It's pretty much the same thing as Fallout 3, just reskinned. And like we really don't know yet until Fallout 4 comes out. So I might talk about it more once Fallout 4 comes out, which I like better. But yeah, like up until like at this point, I think Fallout 4 looks like a better game. Next we have D-Man 2.0, and he asks, do you have any siblings or pets? If so, what are their names and what do they do? So I'm assuming he means, what do my brothers do, not my pets. But I actually, right now I don't have any pets, but I had a cat for a really long time. Like, since I was born, I had a cat till probably when I was like 8 or something, maybe 10. His name was Duster, and he was a really cool cat. We actually had a pretty strong relationship. Like, we'd rub heads, which, like, I don't know, that's not really, I guess, like a normal thing. Actually, I don't think that's a normal thing people do with cats, but like I'd be like on like my fours, and when I was a kid, and I'd rub heads with him, and like he'd like push hard and I'd push hard. It was just a cool thing we do. It was like a bonding thing, and so I really liked my cat Duster. But then all the things had to come to an end. He eventually died just like a few years ago, and that was pretty sad. But we haven't actually had a legitimate pet since then. I think we've had a couple goldfish, but those don't really count. So yeah, I had a cat. He was really cool. I might actually get a dog soon. I don't know, but yeah, I had my brothers. So I have two brothers. One's named Sean. I think he's 27. I want to say he's 27. And he's actually a police officer. I'm not going to go any more about that, because honestly I don't know what I can say about him and what I can't, because I remember like I actually got in trouble a while ago. Like his ex-girlfriend he was like also a cop, and I remember I talked about her in a video, just like saying like, oh yeah, she's also like part of this thing. And my brother asked me to just take it down, just because apparently there's a pending case or whatever. So yeah, I just don't know if I should say much more about my brother, because I don't want to get in trouble. So what I've said so far, I can't get in trouble for, but if I say any more, I might. So I'm just going to move on to my next brother, Aaron. I really want to say he's 32, but he might be like 31, and he's a molecular biologist. It's really cool. He actually discovered the swine flu. So I don't know if you guys remember, a few years back, there was a new kind of flu that was discovered that was like transmitted by pigs called the swine flu, and my brother was actually the one who discovered that. So I guess you can technically say he's saved like thousands of lives, but like he just discovered it in a lab. So yeah, he discovered the swine flu, and he like found a vaccination for it. Actually, he might not have found the vaccination, but he just discovered that it existed. And so yeah, that's kind of cool. That's a notable thing he's done. But yeah, he's a molecular biologist. That's kind of cool. Like when it's my birthday or Christmas or something, he'll always give me some kind of science thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Next we have 4th Division Gaming, and he asks, what are your goals with your current channel, and would you be open to any collaborations with other channels? And so to answer his first question for goals, I guess it's just keep improving with my editing and making more funny videos and montages, and hopefully those get better. I don't really have many goals for my channel, because like I've said in like multiple other videos, I don't really care whether my channel gets popular or not. I'm not looking for this whole YouTube thing to become like a career or anything. I just like it's a really fun hobby. So like I don't really care if my channel like advances and becomes super popular. I just like, if people subscribe, I want it to be because they enjoy my videos, and like just that makes me feel good. If people subscribe and they enjoy my videos, I know that I'm doing something right, and this hobby is actually like not a waste of time. And so yeah, so I really like doing YouTube, just because I like it when people enjoy my videos, and so I don't really have many other goals than to just make good videos. So his next question is, would you be open to any collaborations with other channels? So I'm assuming he means his own channel and like other channels. And so my answer to that is not really, and I'm not 100% sure why, but I just think collaboration at smaller levels of channels isn't that great, because you know of the stereotype, like a couple days ago I made a video about stereotypes, when I actually titled the video Let's Play Minecraft Episode 1, and it had like a really like crappy like thumbnail, and like nothing was capitalized. It looked like a 12-year-old made like a Minecraft Let's Play. And so if someone were to click on it, like the video started with, actually if you go watch the video you'll see what it starts with, but I ended up talking about just different stereotypes for different games. And so when you think of collaboration with, like, when you're using like smaller channels, it's sort of stereotypical, and I feel like it draws away from the channel more than promotes it at all. Because if I finish the video and be like, this was in collaboration with this other channel that's less than 100 subscribers, I'm not saying I only collaborate with channels who are good or anything, I just probably won't collaborate in general. Like I feel like it just sort of draws away from the video. Like if I were to ever watch a video and it just said like, oh, in collaboration with this other channel, I feel like, okay, so does that mean you didn't really have much of a part in making this video, or like what does that mean? I feel like you need to specify. So I think just the word collaboration in general is just too much of it, like not a specific enough term. Maybe I'll do stuff like, I don't know, maybe just collaborate as in play a game with another person, but then enter it in your own way and just say, hey, I played a game with this guy, they're a cool guy. Not be like, oh, I made this video in collaboration, because collaboration is just a too general term. So yeah, that's pretty much my opinion on collaboration. And finally we have Peyton, and he asks, what's your favorite board game? And so my favorite board game is actually a board game called Imagine If. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't know what this is, because it's not a super popular board game, but it's a really fun board game. And I actually I was in Hawaii, like, I think, oh my gosh, was it 5 years ago? It was when I was really young. I remember I wasn't even like in 5th grade yet. Like I was really young. So I remember I went to Hawaii with the family, and they got this game called Imagine If. So it's a really fun game. What it is, it's a board game. So you set up a board, and it's a party game. It's meant to be played with like at least like 6 people. And so everyone writes their names on the outside of the board. Like for example, I write my name, Patrick. My mom write her name. My brothers write their names. My sister-in-law write her name, and yeah, just like that we write around the board. And then there's like cards, and so you'd pick a card, and it'd say, imagine if blank were, and then like they'd say something like, for example, imagine if my brother were an oxymoron. And if you guys don't know what an oxymoron is, it's something like jumbo shrimp. That's an oxymoron, because it's jumbo and shrimp. Jumbo means big, shrimp means small, so that's an oxymoron. But imagine if blank were an oxymoron. So you roll the dice to see who you'd fill in the blank with. So like if it landed on 4 and my name was on the like 4 spot, then like they'd fill in the blank with my name. And so it'd say, imagine if, instead of saying imagine if blank were an oxymoron, it'd be imagine if Patrick were an oxymoron, which one would he be? And then there'd be like 7 different choices. And so for example, there'd be like and each choice kind of represents some of your personality. And so there might be ones that like reference like happier personality, a sad personality, an angry personality, just different things like that. And like everyone around the table has these cards, like 1 through 7, that just have numbers on them in their hands. And so they put down the number that they think would be like most related to the person whose like name is in the blank. They put it down, and I know I'm making it sound really complicated, but it's a really simple game. And then everyone flips their like number over at the same time, and whichever one had the majority, like if most people put 3 and that one was like jumbo shrimp or something, then like they'd all win. They get to move their character ahead on the board. Whoever gets to the center first wins the game. So that's pretty much what that game is. It's a really fun game. I recommend you like Google it. I'm pretty sure it's spelled Imagine If, Imaginif, I think. Imagine If with 2 F's. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out more about that, but yeah, it's a really fun party game. I definitely recommend you check it out. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video actually. So we had some pretty great questions this week. Remember to leave your questions in the comment section, or send me a private message if you want it to be private. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.